Hi guys, my name is Jenny Diev. I'm the CEO and co-founder at Starbucks, as well as we have already launched our RWA media channel. We speak about RWAs, we speak about tokenization, and I'm happy to share that we will be creating a new format of our content, right? Where I will speak about different cases and the news and what's going on in the industry. So I'm not gonna just explain the concept of tokenization, but I would actually be happy to share my personal opinion, right? This is only my personal opinion or on the certain news and on the certain developments within this domain, with this industry. So stay tuned. Look for our, subscribe, follow us, and ask me questions if you have any with respect to RWA tokenization. So the important news is the company named Bakkt. It's a issuer of tokenized stocks, right? I want to congratulate them as they have successfully closed their round. They raised 9.5 million. They're doing great. They emphasize that they are fully regulated, which is great, and the platform supports different products. So what they do, they're building the bridge between CeFi and DeFi. They are tokenizing real CeFi products, and they are putting them on the blockchain. So great example, great fundraising, 9.5 million. Well done. And the round was led by the company named Gnosis, right? There's a Gnosis Safe, Gnosis Chain. It's a well-known blockchain company. So what we know from this news is that tokenization goes mainstream, right? CeFi asset managers looking for companies like Bakkt or like Starbucks, or there's a number of them. I don't want to advertise here, but this is a very new market. So traditional asset managers, they seek how they can actually transfer their traditional securities to DeFi tokens and actually unlock the potential 8 billion of customers through the blockchain. So congratulates Bakkt. It's a great step in the RWA narrative. Guys, the next news that we would like to share is primarily with we're talking about the great adoption, right? Great adoption of RWAs. Securitize recently concluded a 47 million funding round, primarily led by BlackRock, and there's a number of contributors. BlackRock has recently launched a tokenized fund, right, on the blockchain of Ethereum, which I personally find very disruptive, because we still have zero from the US, from the Securities Exchange Commission, zero clarity on the status of Ethereum. Meanwhile, the status is not clear. BlackRock goes and tokenizes their fund, 380 million fund. Again, BlackRock not only tokenizes their fund via the Securitize, they appoints them as the transfer agent to that fund's securities, and they are closing the round and the leading round of 47 million for Securitize. Great for the market. We see how tokenization, it becoming a valuable asset in the hands of asset managers, right? Because asset managers are the people who actually have assets on control. And when we talk about, the shift of those assets from the centralized finance to DeFi, this is exactly the point where the companies like Securitize and like DigiShares, like Tokeny, like Starbucks, there's a number of companies. Even though I'm obviously looking forward to maximize our impact. When I say our, I'm talking about the Starbucks, of course, as a CEO of Starbucks. But again, today is a very interesting market. Again, I'm happy for all of the participants. We're building a great technology. We are witnessing, great times with respect to that transformation. So I would like to emphasize the importance of that fundraising case, the importance of of Securitize being funded by BlackRock. So we're going to see more and more assets coming on there via Securitize. But what interests me mostly here is not just the fact that the assets are being tokenized. That's obvious, right? That I knew that 5 years ago. And our team knew that. That's okay. What is really good about it is that they tokenize on the public chains, like Ethereum, right? So initially we thought that they may be using their own, private chains built on Hyperledger. Nobody has access to this. Nobody, sees what's going on that blockchain. And I'm sure that there's a number of cases where, big companies are utilizing, like banks, they're utilizing their private built networks, which is perfect, but it doesn't impact the industry the way when guys like BlackRock and Securitize are starting to tokenize on the public chains like Ethereum, right? So this shows that this gap is being bridged between the public chains, right, where everything is public, where nobody controls it, right, where it's a proof of stake or proof of work, doesn't matter in this specific case. So the chains are public, and big guys like BlackRock, right, like Securitize, they're starting to build their funds, professional regulated funds, traded, big guys, fully regulated, doing it on Ethereum as a public blockchain. Great news, great achievement. Let's see how this evolves and what does that mean in the long run. Guys, there's another important piece of news that I would like to share with you. There's a company named Templeton. There's a big guys, there's an asset management company, billions, right? Billions assets under management. They have tokenized US government money fund, right? Valued 380 million. So they are tokenizing the fund, fully regulated US government, and they are doing it on the public blockchain, right? They're doing it on Ethereum. Really good. A Franklin on-chain fund is the US government fund to use on a public blockchain for peer-to-peer transaction without intermediaries. So guys, they are not just creating a fund of 380 million, that's fine. They're not just creating it on a blockchain, which is also fine, but they are creating on a public blockchain, right? And allowing a peer-to-peer transaction of the fund units without any intermediaries. And this is US regulated money fund. So, 2 years ago, or, even less, that was impossible. 10 years ago, it was just a concept. It was never that. 5 years ago, it wasn't possible. Even today, few understand what that actually means. A US government fund, tokens of that fund, right, issued by the regulated asset management company, multi-billion, Franklin Templeton, are now on the public blockchain. So presumably you can buy this, right? If you have enough money to do so and you have sufficient KYC status. But if you comply with this, you will be able to buy this without any intermediaries with your phone on the blockchain. Amazing, amazing, amazing news for the industry. The next news I would like to speak to you about is Centrifuge. Centrifuge raised $15 million in Series A funding round. They're raising funds, right? Congratulations to Centrifuge. Let me go and explain you what they do. So again, Centrifuge raising 15M. Great to witness that kind of numbers and that kind of traction with great companies in our domain of RWAs. Yes, guys, it's very provocative and a very interesting piece of information I would like to share you share with you. U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, has filed a lawsuit against Uniswap Labs. Again, this is not the news of today. It happened a couple of weeks ago. They're accusing a platform developer of violating U.S. securities laws. SEC versus Uniswap. Let's witness. Let's see. Old school regulator versus new school DeFi leader. Uniswap is amazing technology. Uniswap are great guys. They actually brought liquidity. They brought the AMM. They are the guys that purely developed autonomous market making. So basically there's no humans involved in the trading process, right? It's being done by the automated market making algorithms, right? In the form of smart contracts. And now we witness that Securities Exchange Commission files a lawsuit against them. So let's see how it evolves. So it says that the SEC claims that Uniswap Labs, the company behind the protocol, is offering unregistered securities. Again, what I told you in the beginning, we still don't have a clear picture from US regulatory standpoint. We don't have a clear picture of what is Ethereum, whether or not it's a security, whether or not it's a commodity, or what is it, right? With the Bitcoin, we pretty much know. They declare it, it's a digital commodity, digital gold. Whereas with Ethereum and other tokens, especially proof of stake, right? With the proof of work, what do we have? Bitcoin and Doji, mainly. Bitcoin 97%. That's from the presentation of Michael Saylor. Again, I will attach that presentation of Bitcoin in the video below. That state-of-the-art speech of Michael Saylor. If you haven't watched this, watch it. He amazingly well describes the new money, the Bitcoin, the energy behind it, the use behind it. So watch this. But the topic for today and the news are Uniswap, again, Security and Exchange Commission. So let's see where it's gonna end up. I'm, with all my respect, I'm pro DeFi. I hope and I stake on the Uniswap. I'm sure a number of transformations will take place in the future. It's a very transformative market. We know how regulations come in play. What you've been able to do with the tokens 5 years ago is no longer an option, or even 2 years ago, or with the new regulations like MiCA. Yeah, so let's see how this evolves, right? Because SAC is not a joke. Uniswap are not a tiny. It's a massive company, multi-billion-dollar company. Let's follow this. Let's see how it evolves. Security and Exchange Commission versus Uniswap. Stay tuned. Subscribe to RWA Media. Once we have more news on this case, we'll definitely let you know. Don't miss this. Don't miss other news. I am happy to share my personal view on the different news around crypto, RWA, blockchain space. Again, I'm in the blockchain space, me personally, since 2017. It's already 7-8 years. And so subscribe, follow us, and stay tuned with the up-to-date information in this domain. Thank you.